Hello, you guys, and we are into a new month. It's another month. We are now in July. Today is the 1st, and I feel really good about it, and the summer in general as a whole, and life is good. I can't really complain. What this series is every month I give an update about my mental illness journey, my mental health, whatever, and I just share my current thoughts, my expanding thoughts on life, how I view it, what it's like living with these conditions and disorders, that kind of thing. And I had the thought a few days ago that I want to include in this video. It's basically, you won't be happy all the time, and that's okay. And I grew up in a very false positivity atmosphere. My parents were very positive and optimistic, and that's how I aspire to be. But the way they went about it, the way they did it was, to me, kind of toxic, because if we showed any other emotion, we were like in trouble and chastised for it, and it was kind of shunned and suppressed. And so it would build up and then eventually explode in episodes or waves where I was unbalanced and unhealthy and unstable. And that led into some really dark periods in my life. But it is okay to not be okay, as they say. I really believe in that statement, and I also really believe that you won't be happy. I'm not over the volume, am I? Okay, good. I always forget where it is. But you will not be happy all of the time, and that is okay. That is human. That allows for other feelings. That allows for further growth. And I'm no expert, but I feel like I've lived more than one life, and I'm only 27. I'm almost 28. Kind of, if you round up, but I shouldn't have experienced this much this young for how long I think I'm gonna live, if that makes sense. Like, I've been in psychosis, I've been psychotic at least twice. I've had smaller episodes throughout my life in my teenage years and young adult years, and I've like seen some things, I've done some things, I've been through some shit. Like, you would be astounded. And I've shared my story, I've talked about things, and you guys have a hint as to what my brain went through, the horrors that it has endured in the past. But right now, I feel so like elevated, and I don't mean that in a bipolar sense, where like I'm manic, but I'm like, how do I phrase this? I'm superior to who I used to be. I feel like I've grown and developed and changed so much. I've transformed in a lot of ways over the years in the past to be where I am right now. I'm where I'm going, right? Okay, good. How beautiful is that? It makes me get kind of like teary-eyed, because I've been through such hard, dark, deep garbage in my life through other people's actions, through my own mental health and illness, whatever, and I've kind of come out on top, and I've created a life for myself that I'm very proud of, that I love very much, that I hold very dear. And I want to do a Facebook post. It kind of sounds cheesy, but I just want to say, like, thank you guys for being you. Like, everybody on my friends list, I have like 70 something friends on my friends list. It's very small. This is the smallest it's ever been. Over the years, I've just shrunk it down, and it feels so good to have these people as my people. And having a good circle in your life and who you let into your circle is vital. It is detrimental. It can be detrimental. Like, it can make or break you, and it can really change your life. And if you let just anybody in, the filth and the riffraff, like, you're gonna pay for it, and it's not gonna be as beautiful of a life as it could be. I really believe in that too. But I just think about being psychotic. Where I was 2 years ago, I was home by now 2 years ago. I was sick June of 2023, and they let me go at the end of June. And this time, 2 years ago, I was starting counseling again. And I think about that, and I think about how much I've changed. My counselor has like kind of graduated me from being her client, and now we're friends. And so we can do FaceTime, we can do phone calls, we can do more casual friend-related activities, even though she's on the opposite side of the nation. But I think of what's happened in the past 2 years, starting counseling again, getting out of the hospital, not going to state. That was so scary. God, I'm going to start crying just thinking about it. Like, you don't have to believe in God, but at least please believe in something. Like, believe in a reason why you're here. Like, the universe created you. And I think that a part of why I went through all the garbage that I've gone through is because of empathy towards other people that I can now feel, that I can now possess, that I can now share. And going through stuff makes you more creative. It really does. If you're a creative mind, like, your creativity only grows and explodes in a positive way. And that's why my last two books have been so centered on psychosis, because I'm wanting to share my story without sharing my story. I turned it into a fictional scenario, but it's based on true events. It's based on what I thought was real at the time. I can't breathe. I'm like, thinking about it, it's just so scary. It was just, that's the closest to hell that I've ever felt. 2017 and then again 2023. And 2023 was worse. It was interesting because my brain was fully developed and everything, but I was so sick. And I would have thought that it would have been worse the younger I was in 2017 compared. But anyway, I'm so glad that I never went to state, that my parents fought for me, that I'm living on my own right now. I can hold down a job, a good job. I can live my life freely as a free American, and I'm not stuck in a cell somewhere with state on my back. I just feel so much gratitude, and I'm so sad and sorry for people who don't make it out. That hospital, you either stay in it to go to state or you stay in it to get better and leave. And I got better and I left. But anyway, so just remember, you're not always going to have good days. Every day is different. Every day you feel different. You act different. You do different things. You feel different ways. But just remember that there are good days ahead. There are bright and better days ahead. That's what I believe in. And I watched, this is my last thought, then I'll get going. I watched a video by Ocean. She does ASMR, she does vlogs, she's a really cute, sweet person. She has her own clothing line, she's really goal-oriented, she's really driven by dreams, which is really cool and which I aspire to do as well. And she was like, it's interesting because my past content of late, it's so much like in the comments, you're so happy, you seem the happiest you've ever been. And she says, really, I've been the most miserable I've ever been. I've been crying off camera, like I have to take breaks and turn off the camera and I start crying. And I got to thinking, like, you never know what lies behind a smile, what forced smile it really is, what fake smile it is. And it is okay to be real, let people know you're going through it. My boyfriend yesterday, he's not like mentally sick or anything. He was physically ill. He wasn't feeling good at all. So I brought him some soup. I brought him some Gatorade as he asked me to. He kind of like offered it. Like, if you can, I was like, oh, definitely. Like, no problem. But just being there for other people, just showing up as yourself, as all you are, it really does affect good people. And I think he appreciated the company more than he appreciated the food and drink. I think that really helped him, just to buoy him up a little bit. You never know your impact. People can say thank you, people can show their appreciation, but you'll never know your full impact for someone because they may hide it, they may not show it very well, or we're just human and it just kind of like blows off. Like, we appreciate it, but we don't really think to acknowledge it. But deep down, people hold you so dear and you'll never know your impact. You will never know. You are a domino effect of good, and that's beautiful. Okay, I've been talking for way too long.